Hello and welcome back to Brickworld Crossing. Here we are back on Buttland today. We're going to take a look at one of the last two spaces we have to tour before I start the Great Buttland Redesign of 2023. And back here through the orchard, behind that, if you take a look at my map down here in the lower right hand corner, the museum is back there. The museum is all the way up against the north end of the island. And let's just take a look. I talk about this in every video. The fact that I want to design better for the camera so you can actually see these areas that I'm designing, because I want to be able to see this entire area with those statues back there, and there's also a waterfall from the camera. And you can see, granted it's dark, I wanted it to be a bit lighter. I misjudged the timing and how much light I would have. I thought it was going to get dusk, and I got nighttime. But here we are. We got to make this video. We're running out of time. Let's take a look at it at night. Maybe we'll take a look at it in the morning as well, because we have time travel, and we can do that. But this basically was like an entrance courtyard to the museum that I thought you'd be able to see the museum from. As you can see from here, you cannot see it. I promise not to do too much of this to prove that you can't see what I was intending. Again, the entrance to the museum was supposed to have some statue and a fossil over here. I have not put the pathway down on this area here yet. It's definitely something I feel is missing. And then this area up here is kind of another courtyard off to the side of the museum, and I think if I'm going to do that, I need to start thinking about how to put more artwork out there and make it all encompassed with museum items. This isn't a bad shot, but again, I let all my flowers get overgrown, and I hide a number of things. This little courtyard over here, I was hoping I could be able to see the museum from. Again, at night, you're going to have even less of an opportunity to do so. So let's check this out with the little camera trick of seeing higher than we can. I mean, I don't mind how this looks at all. But you can't see the museum. It's a fun shot, but I think I need to reduce the depth in order to see everything. This doesn't need to be a full pond back here. I can break that down to, one row to be the waterfall. And I think that was something I was originally trying to do, is it bugged me that these sources of water aren't realistic, but I need to just design for how I want it to look and not worry about, the realism of it. Just have fun with the ability to design what we want to see. That's what these types of games are about. Before we get over to the museum itself, here's a little courtyard area that was supposed to be part of the museum campus as well. Take a look at this. It's a couple of ideas in one, and I think I need to put them all together in order for the design to be cohesive and for people to be able to see what I intended for the design area. See, I mean, even some of these things, like you lose that Nike of Amethyst altogether if you look up, but you see the little shell fountains like there. I think the ideas are here. They're solid to begin with. It's just that there's so much going on, and I've designed it for ways to be seen from a camera that is not available to us. This is a lot going on up here that I was excited to have these areas to design, and then haven't really fleshed them all out. This is like a collection of pine trees that I just don't have a spot on the island that I've designed pine trees in, but I want to have enough to use for things, to get pine cones out of and have holiday lights on during that season. And so I've just shoved 4 of them back here in a corner. I'm going to go check on Muffy real quick. Be right back. I do love Muffy. Muffy's my first sisterly. She and Goose have been here with me from the beginning. Um, Here is an area just kind of between my house and the museum. Another area that I was excited to design, but kind of doesn't connect to anything else. Again, with no theme to the island, it just kind of sits here on its own. Um, I saw this area. This is the area you could see in the last video I posted from Cubby's Rainbow Garden. There's my house there off to the east. I got some decent views here. I just want them to be like breathtaking and astounding. You know, like everybody does. They want to take everyone's breath away, right? Isn't that the goal? Maybe not. I don't even know what I'm saying. So, again, I've got some good ideas going, and I'd like to flesh out and just kind of theme the entire island so everything flows together. Because as we run through here, you can kind of see it doesn't necessarily all flow cohesively. Maybe it does a little bit, but I could do better, I think. This area I've always liked a lot, and maybe it stays here, maybe it goes down to the entrance to the museum, but this is one of those places where it's just nice to come, sit and hang out, and enjoy the scenery that I've put together, the design that I've created. I am happy with this. I wish it wasn't quite so symmetrical, but here we have it. I like using these astrology items. Again, this is something that I can probably enhance with the new items that we got from the 2.0 update, which I've thrown a couple in there, but I can go back and kind of rethink this. This is a custom pathway here. Might want to make a different marble tile for the one without the intricate design in it, because it does bug me that they are all exactly the same, and marble is never the same. So I'd like to have like 7 or 8 of these to really mix things up. But it does get to me that there is only one, and hopefully I'll be working on that. I think the thing for me is designing these custom tiles. I could spend hours and just like lose an entire night. It's worth it in the long run. But that's a lot of time to dedicate. I think in order to kind of fix some of the view problems I showed in my last video from that rainbow flower garden, this bridge probably needs to be about here. And so the depth of this waterfall, well, I did that so that I have a river to get some of the river fish in. I don't necessarily know that I need that many rivers on the island. I have a number of them in the cliffs to catch some of the rare fish that only show up in the cliff rivers. Again, here I have a little custom pattern on this paper lantern here, and that's it's Frank Lloyd Wright-ish, and again, not sure how that fits in with any theme anywhere. This isn't a bad little shot here, huh? I like this. The thing about Animal Crossing is like they do have the if you're putting out items from the game, things are well designed from the game perspective, and so most areas are going to look nice, even if you don't know exactly what you're doing. I don't mind this at all. I mean, I like kind of how it's coming together. I just, again, think it could be more cohesive theme-wise, and the areas can flow into each other better. Take a look over here. This is also a custom pattern. Some cherry blossom branches. Again, stained glass, somewhat Frank Lloyd Wright style on these lanterns here. And let's get all this map stuff out of the way so you can kind of see everything. Come on. There we go. Yeah, obviously I put a lot of work into this and enjoyed doing it. Just now that I've been off of it for a while and have looked at what other people are able to accomplish, I think I can do more, and that's what this channel is all about at this point. So let's check out the museum itself, and I think the big design problem I have with it is that you can't really see the front of the museum from anywhere because I blocked it off with this fence. I threw my gold roses in there because I do not like gold as a design choice. So yeah, I've got 2 of the Nike of Mammoth Race statues. There some astrology items which I really love to use, the globe. Again, I think this could be, I think if we didn't have this depth, like if it wasn't this far, whoops, let's get out of the camera, sorry. If it wasn't, what is this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tiles from like the next spot you can see it from, and then you can't even, you can't even get over there. If the museum itself was, I don't know, about here or here, it might be easier to see the design of it all. I'm not sure if this area is going to stay exactly how it is, or if we're going to bring some of that that design from the courtyards surrounding the museum down here. But we've obviously lost view of the design. It doesn't look, I think it would work well together if you could see it from a different angle. That again, the camera does not allow you to. T-Rex completely gets lost from anywhere that you can view the museum from. I also have the habit of trying to save 4 more of every flower, and this is where I put the yellow cosmos. You guys want to see something? I have basically saved all of my extra flowers that I didn't know exactly what I should do with back here on this ledge. So this entire ledge, and I do also have it blocked off so that my villagers can't get back here. I mean, all the flowers in the game that I don't want to use but don't want to get rid of just in case I need them are sitting on this back shelf. My back flower shelf is how I refer to this. And I can reconsider that too, I suppose. I just don't really want to put red and yellow pansies anywhere. I've got, I love my pinks and blues and purples, but I want to keep those colors in case I need them for recipes or in case I, change my mind about putting them into a design. So I've saved them all back there and blocked off my villagers from being able to get back there. Because if you ever lost a villager back there, it's really annoying. You can definitely... just to make sure that we stick to just 2 more videos, this and one more of my resident rep house and the areas around it, let's go check out these extraneous beach areas. So here's the last of our extraneous areas on the island. This is my star watching rock. This is where I go to see shooting stars. I'm relatively happy with this area. This is a fun place to come and just sit and chill. I do use this game from time to time to just kind of be calm and zen, and this is one of the nicer places to do it, especially when they're shooting stars, especially when it's like a meteor shower, where you can see a lot of them and just kind of relax and somewhat, disconnect. I do like this area, like the astrology items, the ice pillars, of course, and the, I've got cherry blossom stuff all over the island. Do love the pink, so we'll see how that works. And with our fairy tale island, I think I'll be able to get more pink in with fairy tale island. Down here is my peninsula, which I haven't really done too much with. I think I just threw this on because it, gave something to sit there. It's not too inspired. Did a little beach hangout area here with the sandcastle. This was one of the first areas where I was like, it would be cool. And just threw out a bunch of random items that I never thought I'd use. But I do kind of like the umbrella with the picnic set and the beach blankets, little sandcastle. And here's my other bar. We looked at the tiki bar earlier. This is just kind of like the little hip beach bar, I suppose you can call it that. Just another place that it's kind of fun when you're come on, sit down, jeez, no. When your villagers are sitting there to sit there with them. So that string of lights there in the background before you get to that bridge, this is usually where I put seasonal items, where I'll put like the holiday trees and stuff for whatever event is going on, carnival, festival, whatever. I don't even know anymore. But yeah, I like this bar. It'll probably change a bit when we retheme the island, but I'll always have these memories. And that is the tour of everything except my house. So hope you're enjoying this. Again, thank you for all the inspiration that the Animal Crossing community posts online. It's certainly been inspiring me, and hopefully we'll see that inspiration incorporated in the Great Buttland Redesign of 2023 coming soon.